Have you got pain when reaching overhead or laying on your shoulder at night? If so, there is a strong chance this is bursitis of the shoulder, or otherwise known as subacromial bursitis. Welcome back, guys. It is Dr. Tom here. Today we are talking all about the shoulder, what is bursitis, how to test for yourself, but more importantly, the exercises that will get you back into the activities that you enjoy doing. So what is shoulder bursitis? Shoulder bursitis is inflammation of this little sac of fluid that lays between two structures in your shoulder, and it reduces the friction of the rubbing of those structures. In this case, we are looking between your rotator cuff tendons or your acromion, which is a bony projection. So what are the causes of subacromial bursitis? One of the main causes is repetitive overhead activity, such as painting, swimming, tennis, throwing, all those things overhead that can compress that subacromial space. Poor posture is another one. Rounding of the shoulders can compress that space. Weak or an imbalance in the rotator cuff muscles. Bone spurs in your shoulder can often be from a trauma or a fall. What are the main symptoms? Number one is pain, and pain that radiates right in this area. Number two is heat. You'll often feel with the back of your hand that there is a significant increase in that skin temperature going across that site because the bursa does sit quite close to the surface of the skin. A huge one is limited range of motion. Anything overhead or into forward flexion, tenderness on palpation. You go where that acromion is, drop down, you're like, oh yeah, it's very, very sore. There is a strong chance that it is subacromial bursitis. One of the tests, and it's also an impingement test, we can go arm in front, internal rotation, start to lift that arm. The other one is in this position, if you come up, place the other hand, do a little bit. This should increase the pain. So a little bit of active resistance. That can also mean that a lot of the time, not in all cases, but there is a strong chance that it is subacromial bursitis. Okay, so we've established it is bursitis. What do we do? So the initial phase is any bursitis, we really want to lay off it. Let the inflammation subside. If you can let it settle by itself, avoid doing activities that cause pain because pain produces more inflammation and that whole cycle will get worse. After this, we can start to apply some stretches, some strengthening exercises to get you closer to getting back to doing the things you love. Okay, so the first one, a very basic warm up. If you haven't been using the shoulders for a while, the whole area may be a little stiff. So we're just gonna do some really basic shoulder circles. Externally rotating the arms, we're going to be trying to, as far back as possible, lift, drop, creating almost like we're drawing circles with those shoulders. So we're just gonna go 10 one way. So after those 10 reps, what we're gonna do is go the other way. So going 10 back the other way, just a nice little warm up. We should notice that those circles start to get a little bigger. And once again, there shouldn't be any pain. Keep those arms externally rotated. To start on the wall with these ones. The closer our feet are into the wall, the easier it makes us. The further we step them back, the harder it makes it. Here we're gonna drop into the wall, bringing those shoulder blades together, but not bending these elbows. And then from here, try and spread and get as much distance between the shoulder blades as possible. So slowly dropping, letting those shoulder blades come together. And we're doing 10 reps here, slowly pressing out. And as we do this, I want you to try and imagine that we're keeping the distance between the ear and the shoulder at maximum. So we're not sort of lifting the shoulders and doing it from here. The shoulders are pulling down. We're stretching them out and down and then bringing them back together. But that's exercise number 2, guys. Let's get into the next one. So for the next one, I'm using a dowel stick. If you've got a broomstick, that'll work. A little bit of flexion through the knees, straight elbows. We're going to go pretty much in front of the pockets with our hands. Nice and upright, puff the chest, head nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to start to lift those arms. Now, if you get to here and there's a little bit of pain, what we might need to do on the next repetition is spread the distance between the hands a little bit more. So the more spread apart, it's a little easier and doesn't compress that bursa as much. But our golden rule is here. If you get up to here and you can feel the pain, we're going too far. So even if to start off with, we're just getting to here, we're going to improve over the next few weeks. And we want to push that barrier back, but by charging through that barrier, we're only prolonging the recovery. So the more inflammation we feel, that burst is getting bigger, and we don't want that happening. So go up until the pain barrier. If you can get all the way overhead, that's great. So for 10 repetitions there, guys, you can do this one daily. Okay, guys, so for the next one, we are going to be laying on the ground. We're gonna have a towel, roll it up, and then to start off with, without any weight, it's gonna be shoulder height, and we're just gonna slowly let the elbow drop into what we call external rotation, and then bring the hand up and drop it into internal. Now, once again, if you start to feel pain, we don't want to feel any pain, so you want to stick within the pain limits. As we drop down, the goal is to get the hand pressing all the way into the ground, and we're doing 10 repetitions here. And this should just feel nice, freeing the shoulder up, opening up the shoulder in this motion, and then trying to relax into that internal. Now, if you've done this and there is zero pain, and I mean zero, so nothing whatsoever, we're gonna add a little weight in. And all I've got here is a 3-pound weight. You can go up to 5 pounds with this one. We don't wanna go too heavy. The idea, we're not trying to work out. It's more of just to get that mobility through the elbow. Is dropping, and then slowly, so the same thing again, but we want to go even slower than what we did the first time. So there should be zero pain once again through these motions, and we're doing 10 repetitions here, as slow as possible. Okay guys, so we have 2 more to go. So this next one is going to try and restore some motion into that forward flexion, and doing it in a passive way. If you've got a bench top, kitchen bench tops work amazing for this one at home. Something that is a little slidey and isn't too sticky as we do it. Starting with the elbow on the table, pinky down, pressing it up against the table the whole time here. All we're trying to do is slowly drop this armpit into the table. Now there should be zero pain here. If there is, you might be dropping down too much for what you're ready for. So all we're doing here, as you can see, as I lift, this arm's completely relaxed. We're not doing any form of movement through it. We're just letting my legs and hips lever everything. So as I drop down into that armpit, that arm's just sliding all the way out. We're starting to restore some of that forward flexion. And then as I lift up nice and slowly, we can have a little rest in between. For the last one for today, we are going to add a TheraBand into this routine, which is super easy and cheap to get through Amazon, or I'll leave a link in the description for you guys. Now, all we're doing here, I like to fully tie this around something. We're gonna wrap our hand around the TheraBand like this. We're going to lock our elbow into the other hand. So I wanna get you to focus on squeezing and not releasing the hand on the inside of the rib, so we don't let that elbow come out to the side at all through this one. Now, what we're going to be doing here is external rotation. So before we even get into it, puff the chest, shoulders down, head nice and tall, and then we're going into as much external rotation as possible. And then slow release from there, just back until it hits right in front of us. But keep squeezing that elbow into that hand, pressing up against our ribs. As much external. So as you come back, try and focus on squeezing the shoulder blades back together as well. And then after 3 seconds, hold out, coming back. We're doing 8 repetitions here. And make sure you stay around because there is one exercise after here, which is the last progression. Okay, so after we've done the 10 reps here, there is zero pain. You can start to put, as you step out more, you start to put more resistance through the band. You're fine, there's nothing sore afterwards. We can get into the last one, which is much harder and we need to be a little bit more careful with. So from this one, I'm actually gonna turn away from you guys. So I'm gonna have my back to you. We're going to be locking the ribs down up nice and tall. And then from here, starting with the hand almost in 45 degrees, and we're going to be pulling that hand back so it's in line with the elbow and the shoulder, holding for 5 seconds, and then a very slow release. So we're not dropping all the way down to there. We're just playing within that sort of 30 degrees of motion, but we want to make sure the goal here is to try and get the wrist behind the elbow. So trying to get as much external rotation through the arm and then slowly back from there. So we're only going to go up to 6 repetitions here, especially to start off with. You can build up to 10 eventually, but holding back and then slow release from there. Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope that these videos are helping you guys. Make sure you write in the comments section if you've done it and it's helping you and you feel like you're moving forward. Also write if there's videos you want to see in the future. Remember to like and subscribe. It keeps these videos coming, and we'll see you again soon.